Hi guys, 14th Prime here, back with the annual end of the year videos. And so, of course, just like the last few years, we do like lists of like just things we like during the year. The usual, the top 10 list of this and that. And so this is the first one of two. You'll see where I'm going with the other one tomorrow. But this is the top 10 for the customs of this year. So pretty much any custom that I've done this year is fair game. And yeah, of course, this is, you know, also just based on my opinion and just, I guess, experiences doing them too. Because I'm sure that probably plays a factor into some of these here and there. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get on with it with number 10, Studio Series, Dark of the Moon, G1 Sideswipe. Let's bring the camera down a bit so you can actually see him. Now, I don't actually think I've done a video on this guy. But this actually started out because the, you know, the Revenge of the Fallen one happened. But I actually fully painted my original one. Like my original Dark Moon Sideswipe, and I really did not like what I did with it. So I ended up still going through, like I fully painted all the car pieces for the Dark of the Moon one red. And like, you know, the G1 colors. And then when the Revenge of the Fallen one eventually came out, I actually had to swap some of the pieces around, so like the limbs and like one or two other pieces. Because what made it more complicated is the fact that the chest, the ball joint the head was on, snapped for me on the Revenge of the Fallen one I was going to swap it out with, so that made everything even more complicated. Because fun fact, they just kind of like, the backpacks are pinned in the same way, so you can just kind of interchange them. Even the feet, I'm pretty sure, are just the same feet, so like you can... It's all just interchangeable. But yeah, I really like G1 colored movie toys, and I never do them, so I thought this would be a fun one, and I do like how it turned out. Though I'm never transforming this thing in fear of paint chipping, because this thing's transformation, the parts kind of get together a lot and like clash, and I don't wanna risk painting anything. But yeah. So, anyways, number 9 is Shatter Glass Skywarp 2.0. Which now let's raise the camera because he is tall. Now, I was really hoping by this time of the year I could do a Shatter Glass Starscream review. But you know, Hasbro was like, nah, we're gonna delay that till February of next year. Good luck getting that one. And you know, Skyfire or Jetfire, he's probably not coming out in a few days. As of this recording, he should be coming out, I think, not as of this recording, as of when this video is supposed to go out, he should be coming out in about a week. But I highly doubt he will, because Starscream's delayed till February. But then again, they released Goldbug first, and I have issue 4 sitting in my house that I'm not reading till Starscream comes out, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And you know, let me actually talk about the freaking custom, but I do like how this looks. Of course, I did it based off of Hot Link, and I tried to make it very similar to the Fun Pub one, in terms of like just translating the colors over. And I think it worked out pretty well, especially like the white face that Hot Link had. It just kind of really works for this one. And then of course the nice silver wings, which I always swear I'm gonna go back and like add some more blue here and there, but who knows if I will. But I do like how this looks. I really can't wait to put a Starscream next to it, and maybe one day a Thundercracker, if Hasbro does one, or if I break down and do it myself. But yeah. And then for number 8 here we have Shatter Glass Warpath. And now once again, we're going from big to small, big to small. We don't stay at a size range here. But this was actually a figure I wasn't really too into getting, because, you know, I had the Generations 2010 Warpath. But I actually do like the mold. Literally my only issue with the mold is it's small, and I just don't like Warpath small. But I think in terms of, you know, the basic color scheme of this, I think it works really well. I still love the kind of like Zaku energy this thing gives off with the shield, and just the militaristic design. I love all the little details it did too, like the little lights there and the gunmetal rivets painted in nice yellow. Like I like the little breakups on the chest here. Like I definitely love the colors on my custom one way more than the ones in the actual one, because it was just red, just a sea of red. So I think this pops super hard. Yeah, even the head. Can I get in close on the head, please? Even the head, like I just really like all these little colors. You can actually see the eyes, look at that. Rare instance of seeing the eyes in one of these videos. Yeah, I just really like this thing. I'm super happy how it turned out. I wish I could have done it out of the 2010 one. But at the same time, you know, for the same reasons I couldn't do it, I still did it here. Because I can't really paint the barrels of any of these just because of how it transforms. So, like, yeah, I could have done it in the 2010 one, but, you know, oh well. I like my Shatter Glass stuff being different bodies if I can help it. But yeah, I do really like this custom. I'm very glad it was part of this year. It's like one of the, what, maybe 5 Kingdom customs I did. I really didn't do that many. And number 7, we have the other Shatter Glass Skywarp, but the more fun puppy design, which is the biggest figure in this list. Let me try to, like, get the camera oriented here. I think that's about as good as we're getting. But I'm just for some reason always really like the colors of Shatter Glass Skywarp. I like Skywarp. He's my favorite Seeker anyway, so of course a Shatter Glass one, I'm like, yeah, I want that. I don't think they're as good as the G1 Skywarp colors, but I still really enjoy them. And plus I'm a big fan of the Cybertron Starscream design for some reason, so this was inevitable. And I was gonna sell Dirge off this year, but then I was like, yeah, I could do this. And I'm really glad I did. I love how this turned out. I think it looks great with the other stars, with the Shatter Glass Starscream I can pair with it. It's just so much shade. I'm sorry, guys. So much shade thrown out the Hasbro release dates, but I do really like how this looks, especially like the wings here, like with the blue accents, and it goes straight to silver, and then it's back to that color scheme. But that's just the design. That's what we got, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And then for number 6, we have Shatter Glass Grimlock, which we still have to adjust the camera. My God, come on. Just want to pull out one where I don't have to adjust the camera. But this one I really like. I think I mentioned in the video, I had a friend that did one, and so I decided to do it because I just really liked how his looked, and I just really like how this turned out. For some reason it feels more right than the doing SS86 Grimlock, even though if they do that, I'm probably still gonna buy it regardless. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know if I've mentioned this gun in a video. Like, I don't know if he's been in one. This is actually a gun that I had designed and made by one of the moderators for the Facebook Shatter Glass group. I'll have to leave a link in the description for this gun or something like that, but it's really nice. Of course, it's based on the classic Grimlock weapon, and I believe it's 5mm compatible. Like, there's a hole there, and I'm pretty sure he said it is. But yeah, I do like how he looks, especially with the gigantic freaking gun. Yeah. And now number 5 on the list is Shatter Glass Punch CounterPunch, which we finally don't have to adjust the camera for the most part. I don't know. Nah, we need to see his toes. But you know, I'm probably not gonna like transform for this, but you guys have seen the video, probably. But I've always really loved CounterPunch. So doing a Shatter Glass one, I was pretty happy to do it because you know they reissued the figure, and so I decided, hey, you know, it's a pretty good opportunity. But yeah, I really do like how this looks. I love this nice shade of green. Just even looking back, just all the nice purple. I love it. And then all the windows. I love seeing like the windows like painted in and not like clear. You just see everything behind there, or just like a deep clear. I don't like completely transparent windows. So I especially love just the chest design. Though it does bother a small part of my brain that his windows are the same color as CounterPunch's face. So there's just the design. I'm pretty sure it's just the design, I actually can't remember. Yeah, he do be looking nice. I guess one thing I would have probably tried to do is like paint the rims, I guess, but at the same time it doesn't overly bother me. It's like, you know, the normal verse one has painted rims, but this one doesn't. Instead, he has his like brake things in there. Brakes painted. So, you know, I think that works. It's a nice trade-off. And now number 4, we have the World War II Incinerator. And like, again, with the movie customs, I hardly ever do them just because the designs are a lot more complex. So it's a bit more difficult to like carefully and, you know, make it to where I can still transform the darn thing after I'm done. But I really like how this looks. I've always loved Incinerator, so just like ticks that 2007 love in my brain. But now it's a World War II design, and I was gonna make this a lot more realistic to kind of fit with the Toy World aesthetic, but then I decided to just kind of lean in on the weird toyish thing he has going on. And I still kept some of the original paint job on this from, I believe it was Power Dive, like the whole shark thing. I think that's pretty fun. And the bits of gold here and there I think fit well with this design. Oh yeah. And of course I keep the arms transformed like this because it's Incinerator, but you know, you can still just make the hand if you want. No one's stopping you, but they're judging you. But you know, I didn't realize how stumpy these things are. Like, he has to keep his arms so far out just to have, you know, no, I'm gonna put him back. I don't like this. I don't want to look at that anymore. It's not okay. Incinerator sacrificed his hands, and we are gonna honor his sacrifice. But yeah, and of course, you know, he does have like a regular face under there, which I think that's kind of a neat side effect of this, is the fact that the head sort of works. If I don't push it down all the way, so you can still see the little blue bits in there. Let me get the camera actually a bit zoomed out again. And now we are on, of course, the final three, which number 3, I can get it out. Number 3 is the Year of the Horse, Optimus Prime. Now this is probably the custom of the year I think I was the most excited about doing, just because I've always really liked Year of the Horse Prime's colors, and I used to have one, and I kind of wanted one again. And so Netflix Prime came out, and while I'm not really a fan of Earthrise Optimus, I think Netflix Optimus is much better. You know, it's $10 less, you get these 2 fun little Battle Masters, and the colors are way better. Seriously, buy that one. The trailer is not worth paying an extra $20 to get, especially for all the issues it gives the main figure. But for this, I really like the darker colors it had going on. I figured it'd work pretty well for a Year of the Horse custom. And recently I actually added the axe. It's the one that came in the Centurion set, but it's made to be clear green. I know what you're thinking, why didn't you give it to the Shattered Glass one? And that's because he has a sword, so he has an axe. And I'm fine with that, I like it. Yeah, I do really like how this looks. I think this is probably just like, again, like it's the one I was most excited for doing, so I'm just really, I'm always happy to see it. You love to see it. This is like the one that makes me really appreciate the mold. So I like it for that. And then of course the trailer, which was really fun to do because I sprayed over it with silver and then I did clear blue over it, which was my first time doing an effect like that. Which, you know, it wasn't perfect on all sides. Like there is way too much blue there. And then it got kind of weird, but you know, I like the attempt. I like that I tried something new with this. I really appreciated that. And then also, of course, all the part swapping. Like these are the Shattered Glass Prime thighs. And that's just, it was just a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to do this. Oh, yeah. Put the trailer back, because this thing's hard to put back over here. And then number 2, blowing off a bit of dust, I think, actually, is Shattered Glass Goldbug. Now, you know, I've talked about in length the kind of disappointment about the new Shattered Glass Goldbug's colors, and not colors, but the body they used, which I think just, I still think it sucks. It's just a severe missed opportunity to use, like, you know, something else to give like a much more accurate representation. I'm gonna keep messing with the camera to get this right. There we go. But so I did this because, again, actually the same friend that did Grimlock, he said he mentioned doing this, and I was like, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Oh my god. I'm gonna sound like I'm just like, yeah, all my custom ideas, they come from him. I don't do anything. But yeah, I do really love how this turned out. Like, just the colors pop super hard. I think I actually added, I don't know if I mentioned it in the video. Oh no, I did. I think I mentioned it in like the new Shattered Glass Goldbug review. But I actually added more yellow to it. It looks even better. Though some of it makes some of my other yellow choices questionable. Like, why to do this whenever all of this is there? But I can't get it off now. It's too late. You're stuck with it. You're stuck looking at it just like I am and questioning my choices. Because every time I move the elbow in, it chips at the corner. But yeah, I absolutely adore how this looks. I don't really see us getting a better mold to do Shattered Glass Goldbug for a while, unless they do a Cybertron hotshot. Then, like, expect that custom, or maybe Hasbro might be nice and do it. Probably not. Probably not. Yeah. And last, but certainly not least, one I was not expecting to win. Warpath Cybertron Stockade. Now just, alright, bear with me here. There's a few reasons here, I believe. A, you guys know I have an addiction to this mold, right? Like, I own 2 of every Siege release of this mold. Like all of it. Like I own 2 Ironhides, 2 Rat, like, because one of them is the base figure and the other one is one I use for a custom. So, I mean, it's a surprise this thing's even, is it a surprise this is here? But just, I've always really liked Stockade. I've just always found him as a really nice partner for Barricade. And this mold just fits him perfectly, especially with the crosshairs head up there. I think it's a nice, like, sort of generation Stockade, because my big issue with trying to G1ify characters is that they do like what they did with Barricade and Warpath Cybertron, where he's just a smokescreen repaint with Prowl's light bar. It's so lazy and lame. But I think something like this is a lot more inspired, just because, like, you know, Stockade, he's a big bulky guy, like he has like a truck van alt mode, so I think it makes sense to do something similar with, you know, like this, because this is basically like a Cybertronian van. So I mean, I think it just works pretty well for him. I think this is the only Decepticon I've painted for this mold, so I mean bonus points. Actually, wait, I've done a Shatter Glass Autobot. Well, I've done Shatter Glass Autobots. I've done Decepticon. I'm trying to think, have I done regular Autobots? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the freaking nonsense I've done with this mold. It's so much. Okay, I've done too much with this mold, and we might not be stopping yet. But yeah, I absolutely just love how this looks. I'm really happy just to have a version of this mold in black in general, just because I think it looks nice, and I did end up buying a second one, so I have 2 of it, as the rest of them, except for the Earthrise ones, because that retool sucked. But yeah, let's see if I can get a couple of these bad boys back in here for just some, I don't know, closing custom thoughts. Why not? Probably not all of them. I'm just gonna fit as many as I can. Go. Get them all in. But yeah, just, I think this year is pretty good for, at least for my customs. Like, the beginning of the year was kind of shaky, just because I was really busy with school. I had a class that pretty much just, even on weekends, I was doing nothing but work for that class. My entire time was just taken up by nothing but that, so it just gave me no time for any of this, unfortunately. So I only got done really what I could. But I think like during the summer and the latter half really made up for it. Even though what's ironic is that a lot of the ones I really like were, I think, during that period where I couldn't really work on anything. Because I'm pretty sure Prime came from that period at least. But yeah, we're actually fairly varied. Like, I mean, of course it's mostly Shattered Glass stuff because that's what we do here. But, you know, like a freaking Year of the Horse thing, like a regular Decepticon, and then like a freaking and then both of them all spark power guys. It's just kind of wild, you know. It's kind of fun. But yeah, so I guess more closing thoughts. Thanks for enjoying these random customs I do in my free time, and I hope to do more next year. Have some big plans for next year. So stay tuned. I've got a couple of projects that I plan on getting started on, if school doesn't destroy me again at the beginning of the year, like it did this one. And yeah. Anyways, it is pretty much all I have to say, so be sure to check out my channel for video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also come check out my Facebook and Tumblr pages, links in the description below. And you can also come join the Infinisun Discord server, also linked in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.